to Cover to Cover. I am your host, Jovelyn, and this is Jovelyn's Bistro. And how is everyone on this Tuesday, the 24th of March, as we're marching on into springtime? And so in Jovelyn's Bistro today, we have an artist, a musician, who has a foundation, who's on an initiative, and he's a musician. He's had the opportunity to serenade Sierra at the BET Awards. He's been on the Tamara Hall show. We'll play some of his music. And one of the things that's important to him, and which his father, Verlin Moore, says, is to give that music gives kids a chance to hear one another. And so King knows a lot about that, giving music to kids and being able to hear one another because he is 10 years old and he is our guest here in Joblin's Bistro. And King, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So let's start off. What is the foundation that you have, the name of the foundation, and what is your mission?
So my Kicks to Grow Foundation is this foundation that I created because I love shoes and I love how shoes give me confidence. And I want other kids around the world to have confidence too. And my parents always taught me how to give back. And the more you give, the more you receive. So then I started this global initiative called the Brand New World Campaign. And how it all got started, I was invited to this international event in Moscow, this unity project called Our Generation. And there were 16 young talented artists from all around the globe. And they loved my song. They loved my song so much they were singing it everywhere, in their sleep, at our lunch breaks, at our tour around the city for 3 hours, everywhere. And I asked them, can they remake it in their native language? And then they said yes. So now I have 10 different versions of my song under, the Brand New World campaign because so I can make a difference in the world, so I can give shoes and clothing and food to the people in need. So I just donated some of my money to the Brand New World campaign so I can give back to the people in need and document my journey, and
You
so
know
I can
what?
raise money and meet up with these young talented artists and give back to charity and the people in need to show adults too that us, like our generation, can work together.
You are absolutely right. And what it excites me, and when I receive the email from your people, that meaning the people who book you and look out for you in that way, I was excited because one of the things that I think a lot of our listeners will agree on is that the children talking to one another via music and conversation about building the kind of world they want to live in lands on children probably more deeper than when grown-ups are telling kids how to do, what to do, or why to do, right? But when kids say that, like you said, your parents gave you that, and now you're harvesting it, you're letting it grow. And so I think that kids will have a not just be able to listen to you more, King, but you're touching something in them that says that they have the ability for change, right?
Yes,
So, so that being said, tell us the story of how your parents started teaching you to care about the world that you're living in.
because so every time my mom drinks her tea and turns on the news, all I see is people fighting, but not us kids, but all I see is adults fighting and like, oh, don't do that, and people arguing, and then people are not talking with each other, they're just talking at each other. That's the difference. Because if you're talking with each other, you're figuring things out, like you're working together as a team, and that's all I want in this world. Because we, like, not just me, like, I'm independent, us together can make this world a better place. So if I change their mindset through my music, but I don't speak the different countries that I, like the young talented artists that I met with, I don't speak their language. So I need them to help me, and so we can work together to tell the kids, and not just kids but adults too, how to work together and make a difference.
And when you are working with kids from all over the world, how when you're talking to each other, what are some of the things that you've heard that you found very interesting from other kids about the world?
That's a good question. So, what did I find interesting about their country?
But what their country or their perspective, like what are they thinking as kids about the world, about their country? What are their thoughts to share with
Well,
you?
the same as us, like they want to make a difference in their country, and like they want it to be a virus too. So, cause not, but not like a virus, but a good virus of like if I give shoes, clothing, and food and inspire this kid, and I give shoes and clothing and food and inspire this other kid, and that they're best friends, they have to work together. And but if I
Mm-hmm.
don't speak their languages, I have these young talented artists that is working with me, and they have the same tasks that they want to accomplish
Mm-hmm.
with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want us, not one person or two-person. I want us, this whole world, to work together.
Yeah, that is something I think so many through like your time right now, your parents, me, our parents, there's so many people. And the good thing about it is, and I've been thinking about this lately, and I'm glad that we're talking together. A lot of grown-ups, maybe in hearing you and other kids, will start to let their kid inside of them hear, like, right, like the kid that the 10-year-old you right now, you're learning so much, and when you become this grown person, that 10-year-old, that 9-year-old, that 8-year-old is still in you. And so grown-ups, we still have those, that childness inside of us. So that's what I'm really digging and appreciating about what you're doing, so that when grown-ups hear you, that maybe they'll start to let their inner child hear and say, wow, wow, that makes so much sense. So that people are helping each other and let their big grown up mind get out of the way. Like you said, you turn on the TV and grown folks are arguing and fighting with each other, screaming at each other, not listening to one another. So let's talk about your music. Which the song that you are uh, connecting with, tell me the title again.
Aisha. Oh no, my brand new song, my brand new
Yeah,
girl campaign.
yeah.
So the brand new song is called, well, it's about like being authentic and not listening to the naysayers, or be yourself. And I want kids to have the same mindset as me, because I want to spread happiness and joy, and I want kids to be kids, and I just want to spread happiness like a virus.
Like a
So
virus, yeah.
so that's good through my music, because if an adult and or a kid listens to my music, it changes their mindset of like, oh, I'm never gonna get out of this. Just work hard, be yourself. Don't listen to the bullies that, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that. Just block them out and just be yourself. Go to the path that you wanna go through.
Yeah. So everyone, you're listening to King Moore, and we're having a conversation about his music, his latest music, and what his intentions are, letting his music and conversations to be able to have available and to other kids and grown-ups, so that we can have to listen to one another. And that he's been inspired by that because he, as he mentioned, when his mom TV turns on, and all of a sudden he's seeing grown-ups fighting one another, you know, and I think we all here in the audience listening understand that story. Yes. You're going to say something, King?
Yes, ma'am. And how to donate to my Kicks to Grow Foundation? All you have to put in Google or Safari is kickstogrow.com and press the donate button, or go to all my socials, and that's at King Moore. That's two O's, and
Uh,
just press the
uh,
donate link, and you got it.
oh. So, okay. So as we're thinking about your music, and we're going to listen to a song in a few minutes, right? w- how do you choose, like your the latest music is to touch into the authenticity, not to be bullied out of one's own voice, and this is the way I'm thinking about it, not to be bullied away from your original thought of what you want to do, your ambition as a child or grown up, right? There's so many different ways to be bullied about getting away from yourself. And so when we think about that and you think about your music, did you sit down and say, as an artist, do you, because first of all, you consider yourself an artist?
Oh, yes, ma'am. But I don't just put me like an artist. I want to be an actor, a singer, dancer, and a recording artist. And I also want to like direct my own movies. I want to be everything. Like
Yes.
I don't want to be a one trick pony. I just want to be everything.
Everything. And yeah, and so yes, and so when I use the word artist, that's what it is, an umbrella. Because you're right, 'cause when people say artist, then people usually think that it's graphics, it's a painter or something, but an artist is when I say it, it's the soul of a person. They can, whatever way they tell stories, painting, dancing, singing, directing, whatever that may be. So that part of an artist. When did you know that you wanted to do all of the above? And yeah, let's just start with that. When did you know?
So when I was 3 years old, my mom and dad bought me a smart TV and a tablet. And my
Okay.
favorite app was YouTube. And I love to watch music videos from like Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Drake, Bruno Mars, Justin Bieber, Soldier Boy, mostly everybody. And I wanted to be just like them, but all of them combined. Like I said, I wanted to be everything. So I went to my dad and asked him, "Can I be a recording artist?" He laughed so hard. He said no at first, but he told me to come back with that same energy 2 years. So when I was 5. So on my 5th birthday, on the exact day, I asked him again, and then he forgot. So that's why he made me wait 2 years so I can forget. But he really didn't forget, but he just acted like he never said that. So he wasn't keeping his word. So then I used his words against him because he always told me a man has to keep his word. So when you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. So I said, a man has to keep his word, right? And I was like, my mom was in the back, like, ooh, dang, like it was a knockout out of a boxing fight or something. But she was like, you did tell him that. And then my dad was like, and then contemplating for like the next 15 minutes. And then he said, okay, I'm going to help you with this. So then we've been grinding very hard ever since. So look at me now.
Yeah, 5 years later, at three, you said, he said, wait, come back, you came back, and then it's rock and roll. And so 5 years later, here you are doing your work and not just doing it, but making a huge impact. You are reaching people who have a voice and a platform. That would be Tamara Hall, that would be Sierra. And what other places have you visited, grown-up spaces that have a platform with a large audience, like KPFA 94.1 right now with you and I in Jovelyn's Bistro? What other places have you been to?
Well, I've been on America's Got Talent,
Yeah.
season 20. You know how crazy that is? And
Well,
that was like the best time of my life. And I co-hosted with Nick Cannon at the Hyundai Battle of the Bands.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've been on Tamron Hall twice. Twice.
Twice, twice. Yeah.
And I've been to the White House under the Biden and Kamala Harris administration to
There you
speak
go.
on gun violence prevention in schools.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So let's listen to your music. Let's see. This one is it took Ethiopian song. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, brand new Ethiopia.
Okay, good. Let's take a listen to that and come back, and we'll listen to about a minute of that, and we'll come back. Well, actually, you're the artist. Do you want to play a minute of it, or do you want to play the whole song for our listening audience?
You can play a minute.
Play a minute. Okay, we'll play a minute of the song and then we'll come back and you can we can t talk some more. All right, let's take a listen.
Don't try and put me in a box. To act, rap, sing, I'm doing a lot. Don't forget I'm good with the keys too. The key is being yourself. Don't worry about people trying to tease you. People get jealous when they see you succeed. So when they start asking why you acting brand new, 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 brand new. They say, King, why you acting brand new? They say, Queen, why you acting artist? Artist name kara si memar. Ya the queen bedroom ekbar. This style alam ya vera. Me sera me kura sera. Ya kura. Ani me chim alfera. Ya kura. Ani me chim alfera. Brand new girl in a brand new city. Just when I'm up there, everybody wanna be me. Knock knock with it to make rap hard. Knock knock with it to rock you out. So just be yourself. Know what people say. You have no idea what you'll be the next day.
Welcome back to Cover Joblin's Bistro. We are back in King. So tell us the story that we're hearing in that minute of the music. What is the story being told?
Well, it's like positive tip. So the same thing I'm saying in English, she's just saying it in Amharic. Actually, I just want to shout out to Christina for doing that verse beautifully from Ethiopia.
Yeah,
And she was actually speaking Amharic in that verse, and English mix a little bit of that. And it's like the same thing I'm saying, like be yourself, authentic, but to their culture and to their people. So it's giving a different type of vibe and a
yeah.
different way of saying it in English than just saying it in Amharic to their people. So it's the same thing I'm saying. It's like be authentic, be yourself, don't listen to the naysayers, just follow the path you want to be and be a queen. And what I'm
Mm.
saying, be a king, you know?
Yeah, I do know, and absolutely you are. You absolutely are. And so between if there is such a thing between the work you're doing in the world, which is bringing you great joy, how what do you do in between time that sort of relaxes you? And how do your parents help you in your between time have the space that you can just be with you and take care of yourself?
So, I love opening Pokemon. I love Pokemon. Like I love Pokemon cards so much, and I love playing Roblox or the video game sometimes. And I have a skateboard and go to the trampoline park, or probably there's so much. I really want an e-bike, and that's probably I'm gonna add that to my fun time. And probably go to the pool sometimes or go to parkour class so where I can do stunts and flips and crazy stuff. You know, being a kid, doing kid stuff.
Yeah, being a kid, still being a kid and being, and so now do you have siblings?
I have an 18-year-old brother that actually lives in Dallas.
Okay, all right. And how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing great. He's he's finishing up high school. I don't know if he's going to college or stuff. I don't know, but I love every time I go to Dallas, I have to go to see my brother, of course.
Of course, of course. And what about your circle of friends? Do you that you hang out with when you're not out there in the world doing the diverse things you do in your art form?
So I have this loyal friend that I have been friends with for 4.5 years now. His name is
Okay.
Jackson, and he lives in Dallas. And I have this new friend from parkour. His name is Kazu, and I have a friend that's like next door, technically like the house over, and his name is Maurice.
Maurice. And then in terms of that, friendship is such a wonderful thing when we have friends because again, like you said earlier, we get a chance to really listen to one another, not just talk at each other, and they become our friends because I think for the most part, they kind of let us be who we are. So in terms of them knowing your journey of the world and getting children to be able to hear each other through music and to share, how does that impact them? How have they changed them, or what are their thoughts about how you are as not just your friend, their friend, but also the kind of way that you're becoming, that you are a person?
Well, they're not my friends just for because I've been on America's Got Talent because, like, I don't know. Some kids are weird and some kids are not. But look, I I'm not particular with friends. It's just they think I'm nice and very funny and very energetic.
And would you say that's true?
Yeah.
That you're funny?
Oh, of course. What? Yeah,
If-
I'm very
Okay.
funny.
You said that one of your best times was American Got Talent. Now, we don't know, the most of the listening audience that we've been watching on TV, but we have no idea what that's like to be there. You said it's one of your best times. Walk us through that story. What made it your best time? What were some of the things you learned that you saw that you could share with us?
So it's the biggest stage in the world. Like it's so humongous. Like oh my god, when people watch it, it's huge, and there were so many people there, and it was like sold out, and people. I was like, I had a standing ovation. People were cheering me on, and of course, I had the jitters, and I got four yeses actually, but in the backstage, it was like so many acts there, like practicing, dancing, and people doing gymnastics, backflips, crazy stuff. And there's so many people watching from all around the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And then who are, to remind us, who are the people, judges well, but yeah, I don't like that word necessarily, but who are the people watching the acts and um, that you met?
Mr. Simon was there, Mr. Howie, and then Miss Melby and Miss Sophia, I think.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah. And when you were there, you got a standing ovation. And what did you do? What song or what did you do? I can't just say it was a song because you have so many talents. What did you do?
I rapped. They picked. Well, I really wanted to sing on America's Got Talent, but the process, like you have to perform three songs in front of them. So
Yeah.
I think I gave them two singings and one rapping, and they picked Pen Game because it was like a very high level song, a crunk song, and okay, I said okay, and then but it was very crunk. All the people like loved my act, and people were crunk. They were jumping in there, all crazy stuff.
Yeah, it sounds, I mean, it's so wonderful when you have an audience that really uh, like you said, give you it's not just a standing ovation, but it's the recognition that they actually hear what your passion is, right? Actually hear the story that you're telling. So, in terms of what you see as the world and the way you want it to be, and the interactions that you have with other kids, give us a story if you can. But what would the world look like if you're sitting with your mom and you turn the TV on? And instead of seeing grown-ups fighting with one another, what would you like to see happening? If we could imagine that for a moment, kids all over, people all over, turning the TV on, and now they've heard the music, they've heard the things they want to have change, which is so crucial right now. We all want to change. We've all, for one reason or another. What would it look like?
Regular forecast, not like breaking news. We have blah 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 today, and then there's a blah 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 day. Well, It's a sunny day in California. Oh, it's a sunny day in Texas. And everybody's happy, super fun. Everybody's at the playground. A nice day to go to the pool. And we have some amazing news. King Moore is performing today. He's performing in what? New York or California. He's performing in Tokyo. I want to hear that.
You want to
And
hear that?
I don't want to hear, oh, gas prices going up 46 cents. Let's say, oh, burritos are $10 more dollars more. And then I don't know. Oh, fire in California, fire in California. Please get your pools ready cuz we're coming getting some water. Thank you. I need sunny day in California. Everybody's happy. Everybody's joy, happiness. People is a great day. It's a great time and a great day to ride your e-bike or your regular bike or your scooter, anything. It's a perfect day in the US. Let's put it there.
It's a perfect day, yes. And and this may be a more difficult question, but let's play with it together. Let's see. What, so it's a sunny day. So how could the news be differently? Let's just say if the day there was floods, like here, I live in Hawaii, and we just had lots and lots of rain, and there was parts like the North Shore. I'm on the island of Oahu, and it rained really bad. Um, and so how can we tell that news so that people can hear their story? How can we, because I agree, there's a way to tell news, even if it's not a sunny day, right? Without having, there's a way the news always makes it so like horrible. But how can we tell a story of something that might be unpleasant, but that we feel like it's manageable, that we can handle it?
Well, just look at the bright side. It's it's don't think about or talk about the negativity that just happened. Always find the good thing about something. Like, oh, it could be, I just flooded in Hawaii, but everybody was safe. Everybody got to safety, or not a lot of damage. Anything, always find the good part. Don't
The good part. I agree. And I'm thinking about that now. Like it was a lot of flooding. Uh, we came together to
worst.
help the people that was there, that was a part of it, show the rescue. Thank you. I think you're absolutely right. So in our last minute, I'm going to give you the last, let's say, 30 seconds to say whatever you want to the audience, and then we're going to say bye-bye, King. So what is that?
To always follow your dreams, never give up, practice, 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 and always have a great team to help you grow and learn. And to the adults out there, kids make up 50% of the population, but we are 100% of the future. I'm going to say it again. Kids make up 50% of the population, but we are 100% of the future. Remember that.
Thank you, King. And everyone, I'm Jovelyn. We'll be back. Bye-bye, King. Have a great one. Remember what his last words, and
Thank
I'll see
you.
you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Uncle, did you guys even have slang back then?
Oh, sure. You say vibe, we said groove. You say no cap, we said real talk.
You say woke, we say bass.
Yeah, different words, same truth.
So you had skibbity too?
Yeah, no. We had nothing like that.
KPFA, listener powered through every generation. You can touch that dial if you miss being told what to think. This is 94.1 KPFA, 89.3 KPFB in Berkeley, 88.1 KFCF in Fresno, and online everywhere at kpfa.org.